Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS news for Monday, March 9. Government has unveiled a nearly $2 billion COVID-19 comprehensive response plan. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton outlined the plan in an address to the nation Sunday night. He says it has received the approval of the National Disaster Risk Management Council, which is chaired by Prime Minister Andrew Holness. The plan includes support for emergency response agencies and mobilizing needed resources to delay, detect, contain, manage, and communicate about COVID-19.
Coordinating, including collaboration across government and with other key stakeholders. Surveillance, including imposition of travel restrictions now on 5 countries. Case management, including treatment. Readiness of health facilities. Monitoring of supplies. Laboratory response, including training to enable local capacity for testing for the virus. Sensitization of healthcare workers. Public education and communication.
To date, Jamaica has no cases of COVID-19, popularly known as the novel coronavirus. But with the global spread continuing, Dr. Tufton warns that it remains a clear and present danger to the island. He outlined that if the virus is detected here and we have community transmission, about 2.6 million persons could become ill, although most will have mild symptoms. Of that number, 800,000 are likely to seek medical care, and just about 2,000 of those who visit public health facilities will require hospital care. 360 will require critical care.
We have planned for these eventualities. I wish to emphasize that the success of our efforts is contingent on the support of all Jamaicans, including the deliberate efforts to access and share accurate information on the virus, thus helping to minimize the fears and anxiety that has been associated with the spread of the COVID-19.
Meanwhile, Sandals Resorts International has donated 10 handheld thermal scanners to support government's response to the COVID-19 global outbreak. The devices, which were presented to the Ministry of Health and Wellness on Friday, are valued at over $280,000. They will be used at the country's ports of entry and possibly some quarantine facilities, as the ministry's medical staff check for elevated temperature levels in individuals.
So these thermometers, you don't have to touch persons, and we can do the temperature and do our assessment quickly.
We also, of course, want to commend the Minister Tufton and his team for what they have been doing to date in their efforts to safeguard our borders. We have seen where the information is flowing. They are doing quite a bit to educate us all on the progress and what it is that we need to be doing as citizens ourselves. And we just wanted to step in and play our part.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness is, meanwhile, advising the public to observe the standard infection prevention and control precautions, especially relating to viral respiratory illnesses. These include frequent hand washing, covering the mouth when coughing and sneezing with tissues or clothing, and avoiding contact with persons who display flu-like symptoms. In related news, the Education Ministry has provided primary schools with the first tranche of funds to purchase hand sanitizers and other material to minimize the spread of communicable diseases. In a statement on the weekend, the ministry said the money was uploaded to the school's accounts on Friday. This initial payment covers $30,000 to primary schools with populations below 950 students and $50,000 each to those with more pupils. Each high school will also be provided with $50,000. The payment will be augmented based on an assessment of the school's needs. Minister with Oversight for Education Carl Samuda says this initial payment is intended to supplement funds which have already been allocated to schools to deal with their operational needs. In the meantime, the ministry is continuing its dialogue with internet service providers and other stakeholders to determine how best to make educational material available to students in the event that there is an outbreak of the novel coronavirus, which may require schools to be closed. In other news, 332 new constables will be deployed shortly to strengthen the work of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF. The new constables graduated from the National Police College of Jamaica last Thursday. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang says they have joined the JCF at a time when the force is undergoing significant internal restructuring to strengthen its capacity to deal with criminal activities, as well as to improve efficiency, morale, and professionalism of JCF officers. He has charged the newest members to serve with professionalism and integrity.
We are creating a new culture of policing in Jamaica, one that is distinct and unique to our country. Brand Jamaica is strong enough and have the intellectual capacity to, in fact, creating that kind of culture within our law enforcement agency.
The minister pointed out that government was investing in modern technology and forensic science to support the police's work to solve crimes. He also reiterated plans to improve police stations, acquire more non-lethal tools for officers, and purchase additional vehicles and bikes. And finally, residents of St. Catherine now have access to an additional 126 Justices of the Peace, following a recent installation ceremony. Among the newly appointed JPs are Mayor of the parish's capital, Councillor Norman Scott, and Portmore's Mayor, Councillor Leon Thomas. Minister of Justice Delroy Chuck has thanked the JPs for offering their services, even as he encourages them to uphold good morals in Jamaica.
For you to really exhibit and discharge your duty as a Justice of the Peace, the most important quality you must possess is unquestionable integrity.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.